What's up, Nerfer Jinsei here. I just took a look at the patch that we are getting tomorrow or it might be today for you guys. It's tomorrow for me. I live in Japan, so it's like 1 in the morning right now. Anyway, I just took a look at the patch notes, and man, this is a massive patch with a lot of content coming, starting with Rera over here. So let's get into her skills. She is a gold Fakor, like a lot of people predicted. Anyway, so she has all of the Dragon Blood, the Wrath, the Dragon Scale, like all of the units have gotten so far. But on top of that, she has this Guardian Star, which increases attack speed by 32 and accuracy by 100 when the battle begins, and is removed when health drops below 5%. This is crazy. All right, so a lot of people were predicting, or myself included, not predicting, but thought that Baraka, the Dragon Blood Baraka, would work really well with Annie that just came out, right? But as it turns out, Rera is gonna go really well with Annie because her speed is gonna be insane. Her accuracy over here means that chance to dodge and block is gonna be reduced for the enemy. She's gonna be insane, and on top of that, restores 100% of HP of health when Tranquil effect is removed. For these who don't know, Tranquil is Bathory's passive, right? So it prevents you from getting one shot. It makes it so that you don't die. So not only that, she'll also get a whole nother life bar. So not only can she not be one shot, but then she'll then go back all the way to 100%. So not only does she work well with the FC Annie with her speed and her accuracy, but also she's kind of a good counter to Annie, right? Because people have been using Annie with their damage dealers to just um, one shot Dragon Knights, right? And even if you do have Bathory right now, it's kind of a counter, but then they're still really low, and you just finish them off with someone else real quick. But with Rara over here, she gets a whole nother life bar right off the bat. It's insane. And moving on to her active skill 1 over here, this is also why she works well with the FC Annie, is the previous, just a second, I'm going to pull it up on my phone right here. I got Exos Heroes open, but her previous skill 1 for Rera didn't do that much damage. Let's see, it did 187% to one target and put a poison on them, right? That's not really going to kill anybody, right? But 300% on one enemy, that can do a pretty good amount of damage, right? And then on top of that, even if it doesn't kill them, it reduces their accuracy and their evasion. So one, they won't be able to dodge anybody else. Two, reduced accuracy, so they won't be able to hit. Of course, there are cleanses. There are a lot of cleanses in the game, and also it doesn't say by a certain amount, right? So when it reduces the accuracy, we don't know if it's not a blind, right? So they still have the chance to hit. So we don't know. They never give us figures, right? They give us crit in a number, like 267 crit, but they don't give us percentages. So it's hard to tell how good and bad things are, unfortunately. They really need to add those into the game, in my opinion. Anyway, this also grants for 12 turns immunity to self, which is nice. Again, works against FC Annie. And then Bite, which she's had all along, but if marked with Tranquil, deals 50% additional damage for each mana the target has. Right? So really good against Bathory, as well as good with Bathory. I think it says if marked with Tranquil, but it doesn't say if the target is marked with Tranquil or if you're marked with Tranquil. Okay, so once again, they're not clear. They're really bad at making things clear in this game, in my opinion. This could mean if you're marked with Tranquil, right? If Rare is marked with Tranquil, or it could mean when the opponent is marked with Tranquil. And since I don't really have Bathory, I can't test it. And I pulled Rare the other day, but I haven't built her. So again, I can't test it. Anyway, active skill 2. This has also been changed. And in my opinion is a nerf. Deals 124% penetration damage to all enemies. Reduces the accuracy/evasion of the target with the highest attack by 100. Removed when the target takes damage. And again, has the bite effect. All right. And if you look at her previous... Man, I closed the journal on accident. But if you look at her previous skill 3, I think it was more damage. Yeah, it was 249% piercing damage to all enemies with no debuff. But I much prefer 249% to all enemies in my opinion. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. She's still going to be an insane unit in my opinion. Then we got her new exclusive equipment over here. Sorry, I'm not in game. I can't. It doesn't show stats. But yeah, obviously I'm gonna make a separate video on her when she comes out. I'll definitely be pulling for her. I'll make a video on that also. So I'll let you know more once I get her and build her. But that's it for now. All right, moving on. Next we have the Embodiment of Avarice. On the dev notes the other day, they told us a little bit about Embodiment of Avarice, but they've given us all of the information now. If you come down here, it looks like it will be kind of like the Dragon Raid in that your score is just purely based upon your combat power, right? So based on the day of the week, you can use different, over here, you can use specific, I'm sure it'll just coincide with the special days that we have already, right? So Fire Day, you can only use fire heroes, most likely, right? Not 100%, but that's what I'm assuming. But you have your team and your combat power equals what you're going to get in terms of score. Right, as you can see right here, it says Embodiment of Avarice is a content in which rewards are determined by the combat power of the attack squad heroes. Okay. And again, entrance condition, just like the raid that we have, 4-star heroes or higher. That doesn't mean rares can't enter. It just means you have to 4-star them. All right. And available hero changes depending on the day of the week. Scroll down. Then we go into the rewards. All right. So first we have the daily rewards right here. So these gold coins right here, this is what we get from Shelter of Avarice, right? Which you just get gold from. These are called Ore of Mana, and they will be used to improve your gear. When you get your gear to level 60, you will get, I think it's called Special Reforge or something like that. Just a second. I have one piece at 60. I have multiple pieces at 60, but let's see. What's it called? Magic Enhancement. All right. And again, I will make a video on Magic Enhancement later once the system comes out and I can test it myself. But essentially, once you get a piece to level 60, you can use these to add more stats onto your gear, making it even stronger. All right. And then for weekly rewards over here, we've got Zez, we've got Star Fates, or yeah, Star Fate or something like that. And then we got these, which is something new. It says daily rewards can be obtained, Ancient Token and Ore of Mana, which is required for equipment growth. All right, that's that system I just talked about. Weekly rewards will be based on ranking, includes Zez, Star Fate, and the pet Polymon. All right, so that's the new pet. 1 ticket to enter Embodiment of Avarice is used when you receive daily rewards. The ticket is renewed every day at 8 o'clock UTC, and you can't have more than 1 ticket. So use it every day. They don't accumulate. And this is a little pet, Polymon. And he follows you around in the village. It seems like that's all he does. Yeah, that's it. All right, that's it for Avarice, but really nice. Another way to get free Zez basically every single week. and a new system to enhance your gear. Um, Man, this game, this game is basically made it so it's like impossible to have a maxed out character, right? Because unless you're a super whale, because there's so many enhancement systems, right? Transcendence, um, using your fate cores, etc., which I like. People might call that not free to play friendly, but I think it's really cool. It's really fun to work on your favorite characters. And because there are so many ways to improve your characters, and some of them require kind of scarce or precious resources, it makes you think, right? You have to really think about what characters you want to truly invest in. Anyway, moving on. Next, we have Unleash Potential. All right, this is a new hero growth system which is added, and this is for, it says heroes below legendary level, but I will, once again, they're not very good at translating. I will show down below, they have a statement that specifically says fated heroes can't use Unleash Potential, right? It only says fated heroes, and this says below legendary level. But if it's below legendary level, you should say that legendary and fated heroes can't use this. So it's possible that legendary heroes can use this system, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's most likely for rares only. All right. And for those of you that watched my video the other day, regular Xeon and Kaya, two really good rare heroes that if you haven't built yet, I suggest you do and you start using this Unleash Potential on them. All right. Gil over here also isn't too bad of a 3-star hero. Anyway, let's get into the system. All right, to unleash potential, solar seals and circle items are needed. This is a new currency. It tells us down below. Depending on the stage of the slot, the amount of solar seals and circle items is different. In other words, it'll scale. You know, the further you get into the tree, most likely it'll cost more. Circle items by country can be obtained by exploration for each country after clearing the story. Right, so basically you get these circle items through exploration, and there's different ones depending on the country, and depending on your hero's affiliation to the country, that's where you'll get, that's the currency that you will need. One concern of mine for this is that, like, when you do exploration in, I don't know the area, the cold area, right? Chapter 9 and 10, North Von, whatever it is, the rewards are higher, right? As you progress through the story, you unlock new countries, and each country has better rewards for exploration, which is why you always do exploration, right, in the last country. But with this, we have to do exploration in all the countries to get this currency, you know, to get it to unlock potential for specific heroes. But if they don't scale the rewards for exploration, then it means we're getting less whenever we want to get these circle items from countries from early on in the story. So I don't know if they've already addressed that or if they plan to do that in the update, but I really hope so. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see. The skill-related abilities of Unleashed Potential Hero is not applied when wearing Fate Cores. Alright, so say you have FC Xeon and you use Unleashed Potential and you get some sort of augment to your abilities. It won't apply when you use his Fate Core. Alright. However, this right here, the status related abilities of Unleashed Potential Hero is applied regardless of wearing Fate Core. This to me is a little bit concerning just because of FC Xeon, right? We don't know obviously yet, but I don't know, say there's a status that you get to increase your defense by 100, right? That would be really huge for FC Xeons. It'd make them a lot harder to kill once they get their Dragon Blood stacks up. So we'll have to see, but it's a little bit concerning. Anyway, moving on. If you have an unleashed potential hero, all of the abilities apply to the same hero. You can unleash potential in journal. You need Zez to open. Alright. Unleash potential slot cannot be initialized. Fated hero cannot unleash potential. This is what I was talking about earlier. It specifically says fated heroes can't. It doesn't say anything about legendaries, whereas above it says below legendary. So they're not very clear, as usual. But that is it for Unleashed Potential. I'm really excited, especially for my Kaya. I'm going to make my Kaya a beast. Also Xeon, normal Xeon is really nice, like I said. And I'm going to be looking for more rare heroes that are worth building. And it might be that, because it says that there are ability augmenting upgrades in this Unleashed Potential, so it might make a lot more of the rare heroes even more viable than they are now, which would be awesome. Alright, moving on. Next we have a Exos Pass update. So they're adding a pass to the game. Alright, says Exos Pass period after the update through July 24th. Exos Pass has been renewed. It says renewed. I'm assuming maybe they've had these passes before on the Korea server. I don't know. Exos Pass is a content that allows you to clear a given mission and raise the pass level to achieve the various rewards needed for hero growth. The Exos Pass mission is divided into pass battles and basic missions. Alright. So, pass battle. You can obtain pass experience point. Alright, I'm just going to highlight this to make it easier to read. You can obtain pass experience point through clearing randomly assigned story dungeon. You can play up to 5 times a day. The experience points varies depending on the difficulty level, and to achieve additional experience point, a bonus mission is given with a certain probability. Alright. Basic mission. You can obtain a pass experience point by clearing random daily difficulty missions, easy, normal, and hard. Alright, we got a little screenshot over here, and just like most gachas, there's a free version of this pass, and then there's a paid version of this pass, which costs, was that 30,000? 30,000 crystals. That is really expensive. I just like to mention that in most gacha games, these passes are extremely worth it. They're really cost effective. However, I feel like Exos Heroes is kind of, their paid system is different. It's just off. Usually in a gacha game, this premium pass that you'd purchase with some sort of paid currency, but also that you can receive in game. So basically like Zez instead of the crystals that we have. But anyway, usually these are very cost effective. I will make a separate video on this once it comes out, letting you know my thoughts on whether it is or not. Because although they are usually cost effective, Exos Heroes really is not very good, in my opinion, at monetizing their game. There really aren't a lot of packs where you look at it and you're like, wow, that is really good. I want to buy that because it's so cost efficient. They really aren't. Even their level up packs were kind of lackluster. So chances are, just go with the free one. Get your free rewards. Looks like we will get a, might be a weapon, faded weapon. And then if you buy it, you'll get another faded weapon. Alright. But I'll just take the free one for free. That works. Anyway, if you buy Premium Pass, additional basic mission will be opened and you can obtain more rewards. Right, you can purchase pass level through Exos Pass level up. You need Zez to Exos Pass level up. Again, that's not a good explanation, but I'm guessing instead of like doing the missions, you can just level up the pass instantly using Zez. I would not do that. Okay, not worth it unless it's required, in which case you'd have to look at the cost efficiency, and I'll make a video on that. All right, that is it for the pass. Moving on. All right, now we've come to the more in-depth description on the new currency that we'll be getting. So after story 10.2 is cleared, you can obtain circle items according to exploring country when exploration or smart exploration in 5 countries. Um, since you have to clear 10-2, like I mentioned earlier, I was worried about if we explore in the countries from the earlier part of the story that we might get less rewards. But if you have to unlock 10 or if to do 10-2 to unlock these items, it's possible that they've already addressed that and they've scaled the rewards of exploration. But once again, we'll have to wait till the patch and see if they've done that. Anyway, the exploration reward excluding circle items is the same as North. There it is the same as North Von Frosty exploration rewards. Sweet. So they have done that. All of that explanation for nothing. I just took like 3 minutes of your time explaining something that was irrelevant. Anyway, circle items can be obtained by exploration. Each country are as follows. Right here. All right, that's it for the currency though. We knew this was coming, right? There was those patch notes that they had the other day, the dev notes, and because of that, I've been saving up my levy stones, only using as much as I needed to get my core raid done and everything. So I'm going to be going all out getting this currency. Anyway, moving on. All right, moving on. We've got some recruit system updates. Premium recruitment, additional crystal recruitment. I wonder if the crystal recruitment will be more cost effective than converting your crystal to Zez and then using Zez. But this is pretty irrelevant for free-to-play players, right? Because you're not going to have any crystals to spend anyway. But anyway, you can recruit with crystals once a day and renewed every day at 8. Okay. Well, I have 300 crystals left over. I spent $30 when I first created my account, and I don't really plan to buy any more, spend any more money. So my extra 300, I can get 3 recruits. Awesome. If you recruit with crystals, you can obtain high grade and fate mileage. You can high grade and fate mileage. Oh, okay. These two. Gotcha. All right. So if you take a look, you'll notice that you can only do these crystal summons on the premium banner, not the increased fate chance. All right. Moving on. They've got this information view function now added, and UI improvement for the rate information. That's cool. I never really looked at it that much, so no biggie. Modify how to proceed string of creation re. When you choose or change the theme of string of creation re, UI has been changed to proceed through button selection rather than typing. Okay. I'm assuming they're mentioning like when you wanted to close or open a new string of creation, you had to like type in close and type in open. So I guess you won't do that, you'll just click. Hero battle update. What is hero battle? My god, I don't even know what hero battle is. New hero in the hero battle. Hero battle is opened when you can check. Oh, hero battle. Got you. Okay. My bad. It's the daily challenge where you get the fragments or whatever to get a hero. And we got a new one, and it's for Karina, which is awesome. I pulled Karina the other day, but I can't hurt to have more. She's really cool looking, and she's good for dragon. Moving on, we have Labyrinth. So Labyrinth contents will be renewed. Please note that you cannot enter Labyrinth from the July for the contents renewal. We will do our best to provide you renewed contents as soon as possible. What? So they're closing Labyrinth and giving us different content instead, or they're closing it for a little bit and then they're gonna reopen it? I don't know what they're saying. Contents will be renewed. Please note that you cannot enter for the contents renewal. Maybe they're closing it for a while and they're gonna like change the floor designs or something like that and then reopen it or something like that. I'm sorry, it's not very clear in my opinion, but it seems like Labyrinth's gonna be closed for a while, so that kind of sucks. All right, moving on, we got another core reverse balance patch. So they're going to be buffing Deva's Fate Core. All right. If you come down here, what she's getting is this mark right here, which increases own critical damage by double. So if she ever crits, man, is it going to hurt. All right. Next, we've got for active skill, it's the same as before. There's nothing changed. 76 damage to all enemies, and if someone dies, resets. Honestly, kind of a garbage skill, in my opinion. Um, Although I guess good for Machine Day. It only costs 2 mana, so good just for AoEing and trying to break some stones. That's about it. But if you come down here to this skill down here, previously, it did 163% damage to one enemy, gave them a silence, and after 5 turns, afflicts the target, dealing 163% of current health. But now it deals 700%. 700%. That's a huge buff. I think it's kind of funny that it deals 700% and does this also. But anyway, it seems like a decent buff. Obviously Annie became way more useful. Like Annie was used to just straight up counter or deal with Dragon Knights, but a buff is a buff. She'll definitely be much more useful now, especially on her skill 3, going from 100 and what was it, 163% to 700%. That's massive. And if she crits, she's gonna be one shot and something. Anyway, that's it. I'll do a video on her. I probably won't do a video on her because I don't have her, and I don't think they're doing a banner for her. But even if they were, I wouldn't pull for her. But if I ever pull her, I'll do a highlight for her. All right, next we have a new world event. Obliana Shaved Ice. I don't know why they make things so hard to pronounce. Like, it should be Obana Shaved Ice. Much easier to say. Anyway, the event starts after the update ends, and it's until July 7th. It says door to creation recipe exchange the shaved ice for something. It doesn't actually say what you can use them for. But you can acquire the shaved ice from defeating golem / totem that appears in the world or through exploration. One note right here is that until now, golem / totem, it's much more cost efficient to use your levy stones to just explore. It's better. You get more. And chances are that will be the same here. It's better to just explore than to go and do the golem or totem. But I will do golem / totem once or twice to see how many of the shaved ice I get and compare it to the rate that I get for exploration and see which one's better. I'll only do that if it's really worth it, because the event hasn't said yet what it is we get from this shaved ice. Maybe it'll be just like the feathers and it's just hero recruitment like before. We don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Next, we got attendance book. Attendance book rewards will be changed. We got a tutorial / guide. Add tutorials for new contents and improvement. Modifying and adding new contents related guide. Once again, this game is really bad when it comes to guides and explanations, so I wouldn't get my hopes up. All right, especially since the update that I'm reading right now is very unclear in my opinion on lots of things. Anyway, moving on. Modify statue in village. I'm going to skip this. Hot deal UI improvement, bug fix, scan patch file pop up. Labyrinth. All right, these are just errors. Error. Side story. Coliseum, errors, fixes. All right, looks like that is it. So, like I said at the beginning, long patch, really big update, which is awesome to have such a big update, even though the game hasn't been released that long. I will be doing videos on a lot of these things separately. I will do a pull for Rera video, and I will do a review video for Rera. I'll do a video on the new Avarice contents. So look forward to those. Anyway, it's been fun. I'm out. Looking forward to this. Peace.